Hello everyone, I'm the Saxy Gamer, and it feels like long time no see. It's been a while since I've uploaded anything here on YouTube, but it's good to be back. Hope you've all been doing well, and I'm going to be hopefully doing a little bit of coverage for Cities Skylines 2 that's coming out, so yeah, we're going to talk about that today. It's coming out in about 9 days from the time that I am recording this. So I figured I would start us off just by talking about some of the new features that are coming, hopefully get you guys a little excited for the game. Then when the game comes out, I am at least planning on doing both some gameplay videos and some tips videos as well, so be sure to subscribe for those if you are interested. So yeah, in this video I want to talk about 3 of my most anticipated features for Cities Skylines because there's a whole lot of stuff new in Cities Skylines 2, and I'm just going to talk about a few of the key things that I am particularly excited for. So starting off, let's talk about the map in Cities Skylines 2 because I think that this is a place where there are a lot of changes compared to Cities Skylines 1. So for one, in terms of size, the map is now about 5 times larger than the map was in Cities Skylines 1, which is already a pretty huge improvement, but just to give you another idea of how much more of the map you can use. So in Cities Skylines 1, each map I believe was 81 tiles, and you could use 9 of those, at least in the base game. There were some mods that you could use to unlock more. But in Cities Skylines 2, the map appears to be about 523 tiles. And of those 523, you can use 431 in a game, so a lot more utilization of the map. The other really nice thing is that you no longer have to purchase tiles adjacent to each other, so you can, you'll be given some tiles to start with, and then if you want to maybe develop a small town, like halfway across the map, you can just purchase those tiles and start developing this small town halfway across the map. As long as it's connected, maybe by highways to your original city, then those two cities can still interact, and everything will grow and interact as normal. So this is pretty cool. In addition, one of the things that I really like with Cities Skylines 2 is that they are integrating both a lot of mods and a lot of the previous DLC from Cities Skylines 1. So with respect to that, we have multiple things that are now in Cities Skylines 2. So natural disasters were a DLC for Cities Skylines 1, but now it's just part of the base game. You can see that you can toggle them on and off whenever you choose the map. There are now seasons as well that are also going to vary based on the map. So speaking of the maps, there are 10 maps in the base game plus 2 pre-order bonus ones. And speaking of pre-ordering, if you are planning on pre-ordering this game and want to support the channel while doing so, you can go ahead and do so at the link in the video description below, nexus.gg/thesaxygamer, if you want to support the channel. I can't in good consciousness advertise pre-ordering though without giving my own thought of please don't pre-order this game because, for that matter, don't pre-order any game because wait till the reviews come out, make sure that the game is actually good. You know, I'm just speaking on speculation here in this video. I've not played Cities Skylines 2 yet, so, but if either I can't change your mind about pre-ordering and you're going to do it anyways and want to support the channel, or maybe if you're watching this video after the game is already released and you want to pick up the game and support the channel, once again, nexus.gg/thesaxygamer in the video description below. But as I mentioned, there are 10 maps in the base game plus 2 pre-order ones, and the seasons that you're going to experience in each map vary based on the location of the map. So if you're in a tropical map, you'll probably, be in summer basically the entire time. If you're in a more northern map, then you're going to get summer, spring, fall, winter. You get the full spectrum of things that come along with that as well, so different weather effect. If it's winter, you'll get snow. Also, in terms of differences between maps, you can also choose between EU and NA styles, so European or North American styles. You also can, so this you can select whenever you first make the map, but you can also build buildings from both styles on a single map. But the style that you choose at the start of the map is going to stick with you for the entire playthrough. I think that my second most anticipated feature are the new building tools. Once again, plenty of integrated mods here compared to Cities Skylines 1. So one of the things that I really like compared to Cities Skylines 1 is that roads now automatically will carry water and electricity for you. I don't know why they made you put down pipes in Cities Skylines 1 because it was really tedious and boring, but you don't have to worry about that anymore in Cities Skylines 2 because all roads will automatically carry water and electricity for you. There are just a lot of quality of life things whenever it comes to building roads in this game as well, which is one of my biggest frustrations with Cities Skylines 1. Just building roads with the default road tools in that game is really quite a pain sometimes, but now in Cities Skylines 2 we have all sorts of tools. So there's a tool for building parallel roads, maybe if you want to build parallel highways or something like that. There's a tool that you can use to automatically build roundabouts. You basically just click and drag over an intersection and it will automatically make a roundabout for you. There's also this other tool for automatically building grids, so this will be really nice maybe if you're building a sort of downtown section and you have to build a large space of grids, or maybe you do that for industrial zones. And there's also a lot of additional control for intersections, so you can put no turn signs, you can control whether or not there are traffic lights, which I guess that was already in City Skylines 1. But you can also control whether or not there are pedestrian crossings. Overall, it just seems like they have added a ton of stuff, both for building roads, and there also are some tools that I've seen for modifying and adjusting roads, like clicking and dragging the nodes. So lots of stuff that came from quality of life mods here are now integrated into the base game of City Skylines 2, which I am really excited to see. And the third and final thing that I want to talk about in this video is just the new traffic AI. So dealing with traffic in City Skylines 1 is probably one of the most frustrating things that you could ever deal with in life, because it feels like, sometimes at least, it feels like you need a PhD just to be able to deal with the traffic in that game. But fortunately, this is hopefully going to be a little bit better to deal with because of the new traffic AI that is coming in City Skylines 2. So in City Skylines 2, the AI is going to now consider 4 main factors that are the time to travel. So this will be, like the length of road, traffic accidents, which traffic accidents are now a thing. That someone can veer off the road and crash into a light pole or a building or another car. So these can slow things down and also just be, an interesting thing in the city. Every citizen is going to have, a certain behavior. Maybe they'll prefer driving. Maybe they'll prefer taking public transport. So that is also considered. They're also going to consider parking cost and availability. So the citizens in City Skylines 2 no longer just have pocket cars that they pull out. They do actually have to park spaces. So you're going to have to be able to either provide on-street parking or big parking lots for them. They consider the cost of travel, so that's stuff like tolls, fuel costs, and parking costs. And then finally, they consider the comfort of the travel method. So this has to deal with things like tricky intersections or also the amount of traffic, because nobody wants to be stuck in traffic, even if you are just some sort of AI in a video game. So hopefully with all of these changes, it will be a little bit easier to intentionally manage the traffic. Hopefully they'll pay attention and use more alternate routes. If, maybe traffic is getting congested in one part of your city, but you have other routes available, hopefully that'll help them disperse out a little bit, or maybe you can convince them to use public transport rather than cars a little bit more based on this new AI. I'm hoping that this makes it a little bit easier, at least, to deal with the traffic in the game. In addition to this, there are some other behaviors that kind of work with some of the other features I've talked about. So the traffic is obviously also going to be affected by the seasons and the weather that's going on. So if it's snowing outside, there's going to be more likelihood of getting some, traffic accidents. Maybe citizens will be less likely to drive in these cases. There also is time of day now that actually matters in City Skylines 2. So traffic will be influenced by the time of day. So if it's in the early morning when everybody is going to work, or the late in the afternoon when everybody is coming back from work, you'll see increased traffic flow. If it's some other more obscure times of the day, you'll see decreased traffic flow. So the traffic in City Skylines 2 just seems a lot more dynamic, and I really hope that it's going to be a little bit easier to manage, combined with the newer road tools that make it easier to, build and actually control your intersections in this game. I'm really looking forward to this because I think it's going to make it a lot more fun, and me personally, I kind of enjoy managing the traffic in this game, as frustrating as it is sometimes, but having all these extra tools that both make it easier to build roads and, traffic networks, and also a better AI that can utilize improved traffic networks. I'm really looking forward to just playing around with this and seeing exactly what we can get out of it. So yeah, these are 3 of my most anticipated features for City Skylines 2. I was a big fan of City Skylines 1. I played it on stream sometimes, but I also just played it a lot in my free time because, in my opinion, it's the best city builder that's come out in a long time. And at least with how things are looking right now with City Skylines 2, I think that City Skylines 2 is going to be even better. So there are plenty of other features that I didn't talk about in this video. I didn't want to talk for like 35 minutes about all the new stuff. But if you go on their City Skylines 2 channel, then you can see more information about all of these new features. And also feel free to let me know in the comment section below what you are looking forward to in City Skylines 2. But thank you everyone for watching. I have been the Saxy Gamer. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to like. If not, feel free to dislike. If you're looking for some more City Skylines 2 content, feel free to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.